Hi guys, Family with you, and welcome back. For those who have been with me before, welcome back. If you are new to the channel, then again, welcome to you too as well. It's great to have your company. I really do appreciate you dropping by. Now this morning, fairly casual this morning, we're just looking at getting back into the Car Mechanic 2015, just to do some casual work on some of these cars I've got there. Now just bear with me just a couple of moments while we are in fact live. It does appear that we are. And I'll just get some of these windows open. So it's always an interesting thing. The first couple of minutes of any stream, you're getting your window set up and that type of thing to try to make it a reasonably enjoyable viewing experience for everyone. And I can hear my own voice coming through the stream, so that's always a good sign. Okay, as I was saying, let's get into this Car Mechanic and get some of these out now. While before we actually get into it, just a quick thing, guys. There's some links in the description down below. I am live on Discord if you want to come and speak live. There's some links to the gaming community that I'm with. That's AG7. There's, as I said, link in the description below to our jump page, as well as the Discord link if you want to come over and live chat. That'd be awesome. Or alternatively, just type in the chat if you want to just listen to me ramble on. So that's those two things. The other thing is, as I said, we just bought, or I just come back from the auction and bought these three cars here. Now, starting off with the Ecos Cobra there. It's actually three of them I've been wanting for a little while now. To add to the list of cars over in our parking garage, with the ultimate aim of actually having every car represented in the parking garage. The other one is the Bentley Continental GT Speed. I've actually done a number of these before, but I've sold them all in the past, and just to build up our account balance. So we're now in a position to actually restore these and keep them. The last one is the Katsumoto. Don't know why my tongue has never been able to get around that name, but yeah. Now if you do jump into this stream there, again, welcome, and just give us a shout out just to make sure my audio's blowing your eardrums out. They're all good, and you know, the game sounds are good, my audios are good, that type of thing. That'd be awesome. To give us some idea of what the stream quality is like. I'm just looking over here now. We're holding a good frame rate and no drop, so that's always a good thing. So, but if it does look a bit ordinary and not the type of quality that you'd expect, then give us a shout out and I'll do something about it. Excuse me while I take a sip of my brand new coffee here, which is always good. So which one are you thinking we'll... Oh look, this one's closest to the repair table, so I reckon we'll start on this one, as I said, with the idea of repairing them up and keeping these critters. So we may even deck it out with performance parts. We may not. See how we feel. So it's just a matter of getting these parts off, the body panels off, and repairing those up, and then ones that can't be repaired up, obviously replacing them. We've got these lights. What we could do while we're over here, a lot of people still don't know that this actually exists, the repair body frame. Now as you can see here on this particular one, see the rust down on the edge of the body there? It looks a bit well, basically looks like crap. And you may put all these panels on, repair all the panels up, and your body condition may still only be, even with 100% body panels, your body condition might only be 90%. And you think, well, I've repaired all the panels, why am I only getting a 90% repair value? Well, it's because the body itself isn't repaired, and you do that over at the body repair body frame, or basically the oxyacetylene set kit here. So click on the car that you want to repair, charge you $1,000. Let's do the other two while we're here too. The Echos Cobra, $2 grand to fix him up, and the Continental 1600. Now if we come back to the car that we're working, obviously that rust that was down on that panel there has all disappeared. We can take that rear bumper off. Any other surface rust, and that is all gone. Body condition at 25 obviously, because we've taken all those body panels off. Let's repair those while we're here. Let's see how many we can actually break. Yeah, most of them. Fantastic. And let me get used to these buttons again. What do you want? Assemble, don't we? We don't have a hood. Okay, that'll work. So Bentley Continental GT. Let's go looking for parts. Open our parts shop. Open the parts shop. Thank you. Bentley Continental GT hood. There she is there. Now I don't know whether we actually have additional parts down here. Let's have a quick look here. What we looking at? Bentley Continental, wasn't it? Bentley, no. Body. Okay, there is some performance parts for some cars, but not all of them, so. Array. No. Okay. So we want Bentley Continental GT hood. Front bumper, we have one of those. Front headlight, get a little bit closer. Come on, girl. We probably need to take those out and repair them. I don't think we actually took those out, did we? We did not. And repaired up. Awesome. That was easy. Front fender, we've got one of those. Those. I don't know, but oh yeah, we did have a trunk. Left tail light is good. Right tail light, let's have a look at you. You was completely rooted, so we need a right tail light, don't we? Right tail light. The bumper. Bentley Continental rear bumper. Bentley Continental rear bumper. How long do you think it's going to be before I actually purchase the wrong parts? Left right door. Front right door. Front right door. That one there. Okay. Front right fender, we got one of those. We've got laying in our inventory. Put by condition. Rubbish. Awesome. Okay, so that should give us which it does, a body condition of 100%. So I actually can't remember what I paid for the car at the auction, to be honest. So I'm not going to be able to give you the profit margin on this particular one, but not that it really matters, because as I said, we are going to keep this one in our garage. So now starts the arduous journey, the arduous task of taking all these parts off and fixing them all up. Now, if this was a video to go to YouTube, I would have actually put a lot of fast forward action on this particular section, just so that you're not seeing me unbolt everything. It's a little bit monotonous sometimes, but since we are live, I'll just keep talking to myself until someone decides that they want to pop in and have a chat. As I said, it's just a very casual stream. There's nothing too much to yak about. Yeah, more than happy for you to pop in and have a chat about anything that you like. Very casual at the moment. Now, talking about casual things, if there's anyone out there that's quite familiar with OBS, it'd be great to actually hear from you, because just having a few little glitches with OBS, especially last night. I was doing some streaming with some of the AG7 guys, and we were streaming World of Warships and doing a couple of the missions in World of Warships. And yeah, halfway through the stream, I got the black screen of death. So if you know a little bit about OBS and why that would happen, by means chime in the comments section, or PM me here or on Steam, and I'd love to hear from you, because yeah, it's quite annoying. As I say, we're halfway through a match and decide to crap itself. The audio was coming through, but no video. So I don't know what's actually causing that. I've googled a few things, and a couple of the YouTube clips are saying well, actually a variety of different things. And so it's just a matter of process of elimination, to be honest. So if you've struck it yourself, I'd love to hear from you, because it was rather annoying, to be honest. I had a number of people that are viewing it and enjoying the stream, and we were getting right into the game. Obviously, I didn't notice it until a few minutes after, because obviously I was playing the game, and being a reasonably competitive game, you don't always have the time to look over and have a look at the stream. So it wasn't until someone chimed in chat saying, oh, well, they're looking at a frozen screen. So you think, ugh, shit, that sort of sucks. And we were halfway through the game, and there's unfortunately I had to pull the pin on the stream, because there's not much. It's not very exciting when you're looking at a frozen screen. So, not from a viewer's perspective, at least. So yes, I'm trying not to let that happen again. So, if you've got any idea as to why, any assistance would be greatly appreciated. What we've got to get this exhaust manifold off, don't we? That. But I mean, that also goes for any stream. Sorry, any OBS details. I'm only relatively new to this streaming concept, to be honest. Man, that makes me sound so old, doesn't it? I know streaming's been around for quite a while. It's just not something that I've delved into, to be honest. And it's only just recently that I've thought, well, I'll take the plunge and obviously live stream. Normally my stuff is all uploaded to YouTube, but so if there's any pointers that you might have, if you're a lot more familiar, well, not might, but I'm sure you are more familiar with the live streaming concept than I am, and if there's some common mistakes that everyone does that you know are a simple fix to, again, I'd love to hear from you. Whether it's in regards to resolution or bit rates, and look, that's all Greek to me, to be honest. And I've just picked some resolution settings that most people have seen to be in favour of, and just went with that, to be honest. So if someone's a bit more familiar with it than I am, and you can say, oh, Fernby, that should be set to this, or you get a better result if that's on this, then again, give us a shout out. That'd be awesome. I think I actually need to take all the entire gearbox to get to the timing chain cover plate and then get the timing chain off, so from memory. So might be all we can do on that side. Once those timing chains off, then those cam gears come off. We can do these ABS modules and brakes and that type of thing while we're here, but yeah, to get to sort of that side of the motor there, we need to actually take the gearbox off, which means starter motor and drive shaft, things like that. So I might just pop it up in the air, get these suspension brakes and suspension parts off while we're here. Oh, that's nice. Nothing like fresh coffee in the morning. I say that like it's my first one. It's not. It's about my third coffee this morning, to be honest. I dropped by and seen me boys over at actually Wooden Spoon was streaming a little while ago, and thought I'd pop over and catch up on his stream. He was doing some American Truck Simulator while I was having my first coffee and having me cereal. And we got talking about truck mechanic, sorry, not American Truck Simulator, and then he spoke about car mechanic, and I thought, well, you've convinced me now. I'm coming over and doing some streaming myself. So, Adam, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Adam's in the house. We're just doing a restoration here, man. I'll tell you what, if you're more than welcome to just sit and chat, and we'll communicate via chat, or alternatively, it's a big word for the first this time of morning, isn't it? An alternative for you. There's a Discord link in the description below there, brother. If you want to speak live via that Discord link, you're more than welcome. So entirely up to yourself. I'm not phased either way. Again, if you want to pop into the Discord, great. If not, we'll just chat via the chat. As I was just saying earlier, there's a number of links in the description, whether it's to the 15-minute makeover series I got going, or the full restoration series, or in fact a link to the gaming community I've been involved with for quite a while. Is called Age of 7. We're an Australian-based gaming community. Oops, wrong button. An Australian-based gaming community that yeah, basically get together and hang out and basically share the same passion on your gaming passions, whether it's things like car mechanic, or whether it's any one of the number of FPS games that we play. And just working through and getting some of this snot off. So I want to get into that side of the motor there to get timing belt off, which will be held on by a timing cover. So what are we along? I think the drive shaft is the next customer that needs to come out, and that will enable us to get to the transfer case and then the gearbox. Hey, look at me. I sound like I even half know what I'm talking about. Yeah, what is this witchcraft? Now, having said that, I'll try to get this. Here we go, the right camera angle. So transfer case coming out now, and that way we're able to get to this gearbox. I reckon we've got a couple of gearboxes, brand new gearboxes, in our inventory, if I'm not mistaken, from the last time we went over to the strippers. Yeah, no worries at all, Adam. No, I appreciate you dropping by. Adam's just saying that he'd rather stick in chat for now, and because he won't be up for too long. No, that's awesome. Oh, cheers for that. I do appreciate you dropping by. Do appreciate your support, and yeah. How's the chat? How's the stream look for you? Is it look okay? And As I was just saying that I might have jinxed myself. I'm still live, still pushing a good FPS, but I'm dropping a couple of frames. I'll just keep a close eye on that. But I don't know whether you're around when I was saying, but did come across the black screen of death last night when I was streaming with Age of 7. Was streaming some World of Warships, and the black screen of death come up, and didn't realise until someone chimed in on the chat. Oh, awesome! Cheers for that. It's looking good your end. Excellent. No, I appreciate that. As I said, I just want to produce as good a quality as I can, and it's not until people sort of give you some sort of feedback as to how it's looking. I mean, the short answer is if people don't give you feedback, then you don't know. If people don't tell you, then you don't know. So if you don't know, you can't do anything about it. So yeah, I know. I dropped the oil on the floor. Poor princess. Someone can clean it up. As long as it's not this little black duck, I'll give you the big tip. I always say that's what apprentices are for. So you're saying it's late over there. What sort of time frame is it over there? I mean, it's early morning for us. It's local time's 9:20 in the morning, so that would put you at about 11 p.m. ish. Of course, I could be completely wrong. This happened before. So what's that, 10 to 1? Oh, 10 to 1 in the morning in the UK. Oh, you're staying up late then? Well, certainly a fair commitment there, Adam, just to drop by and say good day. So again, I do appreciate you doing that. As I said, today I'm just doing this full restoration. Sometimes it's a repair. Oh, I'm missing. I ran this side. Sometimes it's a repair. And other times it's a full restoration. So today we'll do a full restoration of this girl. As I was saying, is that with the idea of getting this one represented in our parking garage. I actually had to go quite a while to flick through and see what cars I didn't have, to be honest, and then wait for those cars to appear in the auction. As you know, they're randomly generated, well, allegedly randomly generated. So it was just a matter of spending the time to wait for those particular cars to come up. So I didn't want to bore you with just sitting in the auction waiting for those cars to come up. So, and often it was out of the list of cars that come up, yeah, out of the list that I needed, you know, only one come up. So and of course it's always on the damn bottom. So you know, next car until the find that you get to the one that you wanted, and you purchase that one, then you start all over again. So you go through the loading screen, back to the auction. Wait for the car to come up. So, yeah, pretty basically boring as batshit. So I didn't want to bore you with that stuff. So I did all that off camera, just to save a bit of time. Actually, I did all that last night, just while things were winding down and closing up. I think that was after I streamed World of Warships, to be honest. And excuse me, didn't really want to, after the initial black screen of death. Didn't want to push my luck. So yeah, that's why I said did it off camera. While that's coming back down, another sip of coffee. So what'd you get up today, Adam? Oops. Gotta get these cam gears off, which I can. And once these cam gears come out, then I can get these cam shafts out. I've already taken the clip off of them. Of course, being a V8, strangely enough, there's 8 cylinders. Hey? Yeah, well, I know my engines. 8 cylinders. Let's see what else. I reckon we need to get it back up in there and get that, what's it called, crankshaft? Crankshaft. And back down again. Always sing that song. I get knocked down, but I get up again. No, yeah, stop singing, please. Scaring the children. Okay, I've forgotten that sway bar. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Paid. Yeah, better not sing. I might get hit with a copyright ban or something stupid. Okay, so that should be it. Let's have a look-see here, just for giggles. Everything says missing because we've just taken it out. Parts position says 0 because we've taken them all out. That's exactly what we were after. Now, just fair warning, this is the noisy bit, guys. Ow. 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 Also, I didn't get to thank you and Shadow for helping me the other day with OBS. I really appreciate it. Helping me out. Could have easily said you didn't want... Sorry man, give me a sec. I just need to look over. Could have easily said you didn't know and you took the time out of your day to help me, so thank you. Oh no, it's our pleasure, man. No, it really was. You probably were just getting as hang on, let me just do this because this is loud. No, it's our pleasure, and that to us, that's what it's all about. Is you get online, if someone's got a problem, you help them out, and that's the type of community that I want to develop here. And yeah, if someone knows they've got knowledge in a particular area or know someone who has, then that's what it's all about. It's helping people out, and it was our pleasure. So hopefully that what we went through helped you somewhat. And as I was just saying, that I'm a bit of a predicament myself, so I was just calling for anyone that knows a little bit about OBS myself. So I've got no shame in saying, well, I've got a problem here. If you know it, I'd love to hear the solution. But no, it was our pleasure. To be honest, Big Shadow's probably got a little bit more patience than I have, to be blatantly honest. I think we nutted it out for a couple of hours, didn't we? And then Big Shadow sort of come in and sort of said, oh, we'll try this, we'll try this, we'll try this. So hopefully the changes and things we did helped you somewhat. How have you streamed since then? It'd just be interesting to find out where the things that we went through actually. I mean, obviously we got you live, but it was still a little bit. It wasn't quite there, was it? So it's just interesting to find out what changes you've made since then that have improved it. What have we been on? A Rim Continental GT. Rim Continental GT. gearbox, pressure plate, bearing, flywheel. Clutch pressure plate, was it? Pressure plate, flywheel, and release bearing as well. Should know that by now. There's always a release bearing somewhere. Suppose we'll start looking at whether we gonna sell these parts off, or whether we sorry, I'm just a little bit distracted. Just again confirming that you've got a good signal there, which is good. I'm sure you'll yell out if the stream stopped for any reason or freezes, or but you should still be able to see me moving around. Sounds like it's still there, so that's good. Okay, so we were trying to find some performance parts, weren't we? Let's click over here in regards to exhaust. Now we have a range of performance parts here. Let's see. What do we need? Rear muffler for a W12. We want 2 of those. So let's have a look where there's rear mufflers for a W12. Rear muffler W12. There is W12, W12. Catalytic converters in the performance parts. Catalytic converters, 2 of those. Hopefully it was 2, yep, 1, 2. Front exhaust section W12. Front exhaust section for a W12. Front exhaust section W12, 1, 2 of those. 1 and 2. Captain Rye's in the house. How you doing, man? Yeah, just streaming again. I'm certainly getting this stream bug there, Captain Rye. Adam says I haven't streamed yet. I think I'm just going to stick to recording. I've come to the conclusion that either my internet isn't good enough or the PC can't handle it. You're just going to have to wait a bit. Okay, yeah. Be interesting to find out. I'm no expert, but I'm wondering whether it's the internet as opposed to PC, because you know, you can lower your output on your OBS obviously, but yeah, again, I'm no expert, but that's where I'm sort of leaning, to be honest. I would perhaps consult someone with a bit more knowledge than me in regards to that, but look, if you happen to record anything, man, don't be shy. Just PM me any YouTube links, any material that you do up. I'd be interested to have a look at it. Middle mufflers from the performance parts. We're looking for middle mufflers. Oh, there's middle mufflers. Here we go. 2 of those. We're in the process of actually selecting performance parts today. It's not normally I would spend the cash in regards to the performance parts, but this beast I'm actually going to keep. Actually, all 3 of these beasts I'm going to keep. There's a Bentley Continental. As I was saying earlier, we're looking at adding it to our car collection, especially when we've dropped 200k on buying parking bay F. So it's not a cheap little creditor for your additional parking. So actually, Captain Rye, you might know. I don't know whether I mentioned to you. Oh yeah, you were around when that happened. You know, the black screen of death that we got last night on last night's stream. basically come across a variety of different opinions in regards to that. So I just thought I'd throw this stream up today, because I wanted to get back into car mechanic and do some of these restorations, and as a bit of a test to see whether the slight adjustments are made after the black screen of death last night is actually helping. And it appears to be. Currently running about, well, not about, but 30 FPS, about 70 drop frames so far, so not a great deal. It's not ideal, but it's not a great deal. Still pushing out, look, 3100 kilobytes per second, so it's still healthy. I would think we should be looking at it at 80, or the ability to look at it at 1080 at least. So basically 1080 at 30 FPS should look okay for you, I'm hoping. Inventory. Brakes. Now I don't know whether so we got 4 pads, 2 ventilator, 2 discs. See what we have in regards to the performance shop in brakes. I don't know whether, nah, I wouldn't have thought so. Tuner shop, rims, that's the rims and body stuff. So we have to come back over to here in regards to brakes. And what did I say, 4 pads? 2 ventilated and 2 discs. 1, 2, 3, 4 pads, 2 ventilated, and we've probably got 1 too many discs, but that's okay. They won't go astray. So that's the brake section taken care of. Now this is the big ticket item where all our running gear is. Captain Wright says, I'm on my phone streaming. So you're nowhere near 1080. Yeah, no, fair enough. You excuse me. You probably wouldn't be. But yeah, like everyone, I want to give people the option. My guess is you'd be sort of around the 240, 360 sort of mark on your phone. But at the end of the day, as long as it's looking good for you, whether you're on a phone, you know, tablet, PC, but obviously I want to give people the option of whatever device that they're actually using. Now I reckon we actually only need 8 of these. 2, 4, 6. We've got 8 large rubbers already in, so we can smash out a lot of this snot in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually 10 by 2, isn't it? So if we want rubbers, we want 2 more of the large ones. And what do we have in regard to 2 smalls? 2 smalls. Yeah, no worries at all, Adam. I appreciate you dropping by. I realise it's pretty late for you, so yeah, good effort. Again, thanks for dropping by. Look, just link me up on Twitter if you like. I generally send out a tweet saying you look going live in 10, going live in 15. Same name, obviously. And but yeah, I do try to ping people on Steam. But, you know, I've got a friggin' memory like a goldfish, man. So I tend to remember pinging people on Twitter as opposed to Steam, but I will try to remember. But you'll catch me on Twitter more than anything, mate. But so yeah, just send me a request over there, and I'll follow over there rather, and then you'll catch me more often than not over there. I suppose the other thing is that I've got my phone with me, I would say 24/7, because that would be just sad. But I've got my phone with me more than I've got my computer with me, so you're like me to catch me more on my phone than on the PC, especially with the shift work that I'm on. I can check my phone more regularly than I can check my computer. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's all the rubbers taken care of. What about if we just go something like front, and that'll narrow down the search engine there. What crime did you use for the video intro and outro? I need to up your game in videos. Also, what do you use for thumbnails for your vids? Good question. And now, rightly or wrongly, I create the thumbnails for the videos in Sony Vegas. So I just simply find a good spot on the timeline of the video in Sony Vegas. Add another video track, and then import the say we're talking about World of Warships, so for argument's sake, just import the overlay for World of Warships, and then take a screenshot of that still image in time. So again, whether that's right or wrong, I don't know, but that tends to work for me. So yeah, Sony Vegas is what I use in regards to the thumbnails. Now the intro, outro, actually a mate of mine did that for me, to be honest. For those who don't know, I'll just bring that up for you if I can, and what he's referring to is this here. That's the intro and outro that you'll see on most of my, if not all of my YouTube clips, and of course I've just gone the lazy route and back to garage. Gone the lazy route and used exactly the same Vegas, yeah, Sony Vegas. Version. That's a good question. I'll tell you what, I'll be able to tell you in one moment, because I'll just go over to this other computer over here. Sony Vegas Pro 11 is what it is. I'm sure there's an updated version. I think there's a 13 or a 14 out now, but I don't fully utilize 11 as I probably should, so I couldn't see the need to upgrade for what I do. I must have my caps lock on. Oh, I did have my caps lock on. Well, that's what I start. You're right. Use Windows Movie Maker, and it is shit. The Sony Vegas. I mean, and Sony Vegas is not hard to use. If you can use Movie Maker, you can use Sony Vegas pretty well. Shit, if I can use it, then you know, blind man and his dog can use it. To be honest. Front sway. No, 2 front springs and 2 front shock absorber caps. I don't think we have those in our performance shop. Let's look under running gear. So basically we got exhaust systems, and we got gearbox and predominantly engine parts. So nothing in regard, so we don't have to come up over here for any running gear snot. Yeah, so yeah, Vegas Pro 11, turning over and having a look at it over there. So that's what I use, rightly or wrongly. I'm sure there's a heap of others out there that you could use, but that's what I use. And that's what it's. As I was just saying to Adam there, he was just saying, look, thanks for helping him out. That's really what it's about. That's how I see or perceive our community is a bunch of people that'll sit down and help each other out if they've got any questions or queries. And I might not have the answers, but we can find someone who has. Two front springs, 2 caps. Front spring, cap. Sway bar B and front sway bar. 8 sway bar. Where for out there, sway bar? 2 of those. And, oh, front sway bar B, was it? No, just a standard front sway bar. Have a look here. Front sway bar, that one there. I'm just still trying to work out the logistics of streaming, to be honest. Whether to have the try to look at the chat in OBS, which is, you know, unless you've got a pair of binoculars, to be honest, it's a little bit harder. Or have the chat window open on another screen or another computer. I'm still working that out. So. Let's try to go down the rear here. Rear springs we won't have any of. Rear shock absorber caps we wouldn't have any of. I don't think we... No. Okay, so let's go back to our tablet, and if we can write in rear, and we want 2 rear caps and 2 springs, and we can get rid of the spring, the cap. Rear wheel hubs, I'm pretty sure we got a shit ton of those. And of course I was wrong. Okay. Yep. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. Okay. Rear wheels, where are you? Rear wheel hub. Standard? Yes. Rear suspension arm A. Rear suspension arm A. When you have a stream up, you have stream on your other PC. I pause the video once and it goes live, and just mute the sound. Oh, you pause the video once it goes live. I'm with you now. Sorry, I'm misreading what you've... Yep. Well, that's a good idea. That is a very good idea. That is a whole lot better, man. Wow. You are a gentleman and a scholar. That is far better. Wow. If I could, I'd buy you a beer. You're absolutely right. I've just blown out. Actually, what I've done is actually popped out the chat window and gone full screen on a chat window on the laptop. I actually had the stream open on the laptop, and it was actually going live just to confirm that we are still live. And yeah, I didn't even think to blow out the chat window so I could read it. Good thinking, man. So you're not just a pretty fat... Actually, no, not even really, are you? Sorry, man. Rear drive axle is the next contestant. Rear drive axle. Rear drive axle. You could use a beer. Yes. So could I. It's 10 AM. 10 AM in the morning. It's beer o'clock somewhere, isn't it? Surely. Rear drive axle. I'm probably looking straight past it, aren't I? Rear drive axle, there we go. Shock absorber A is 2 of. Actually, I should actually check whether there's performance parts in regards to only engine and gearbox, wasn't there? Engine, gearbox, and exhaust. Yep, so we're all good there. A great phrase for radio and an excellent voice for silent movies. I love that. I'm gonna keep that one. Actually, speaking of face, I watched your time-lapse video of your Lego spaceship, you know, Star Wars spaceship thingy. Yeah, quite impressive. I don't know whether I have the time and the patience to sit down and watch that. I do that, to be honest. So, yeah, credit to you. Sway bar rear end link. Two of those. Yeah, and just got glimpses of your faces during that time lapse. So you're a braver man than I am. I tend to wear me tin foil pretty tightly. So I mean, one day I'll probably put a cam up. Go on to rear sway bar B. Rear sway bar B while I'm talking. And that was a 4-day build. Oh, you got the Apollo kit to build as well. Hell, I bet you that's a big one. Yeah, you reckon that's going to weigh just as much as your last build? Because you were saying that was, what was that, 3 or 4 pound or something you were saying that it weighed in the end. Did actually look like a quite a heavy model. And there's also special appearances by your parrot too, I see, which was pretty cool. Tie rods, 2 of those. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, no, exactly right. 2, 3, 4. I'm just worried about, you know, when I actually get a camera and put it on. You know, I'm worried about, you know, I'd just embarrass myself. You know, you scratch your ass or pick your nose or something live on camera. It'd be nothing more embarrassing, I reckon. What's the easiest way to do this? What about if we're typing wheel? Wheel hub bearing, 4 of. Bed spares, we have not. Oops, no. Why can't I scroll up? There we go. Wheel hub bearing, 4 of those. Holy crap! That's a meter tall. That is huge. Wow. Embarrassing things are part of the character, though. Yeah, well, that's true. I don't know. Perhaps I'm a bit more conscious. You know, you want to produce a professional, or at least try to produce or portray some sort of level of professionality, if that's a word. And yeah, if you're sitting there picking your nose, I don't know, it just doesn't say the right things to me. But you're right, it does. It becomes part of your character, I suppose. Double wishbone shock absorber. Hello. Who have we got? Someone's joined me in Discord, have they?
Yeah, I just need to check my mic's working.
That's alright, I'm just live streaming, just using this Discord channel for the live stream. But you're more than welcome to hang out.
Oh, I'll be gone in a second.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. and just chatting to the guys in chat, and I thought I'd put the Discord link in the description below, just in case someone wanted to live chat as well. Some people like live chatting, and other people like just simply using chat. So thought we'd go both ways today. Actually, that's probably a good segue as any. As I was just saying, the AG7 Discord, the link is in the description should you wish to chat live. Sorry, that was my best radio voice. Pretty ordinary. Sad, really. But it's there to be used, is a take-home message. Dear oh dear, we've still got a lot of snot to find here. How are we gonna... let's narrow it down by going pistons. And it doesn't look like we got too many of those at all. Why can't I scroll down? There we go, scroll up.
Alright, that's it.
Alright, catch you, man. Thanks for dropping by. Weird as you can actually slide all the way off there like that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Why have we got 12 of those? We only need 8 of those. We must have had some left over from the last build. Anyway, 8 pistons with conroids in W12s. And let's check performance parts in the engine. Pistons, I know we have performance parts in pistons somewhere. Oh, we do. There we go. Pistons with conroids W12s. 8 of those, yep. I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to the day that and I've said this before in other streams, but looking forward to the day where you can actually click on it and say, I want 4 of those, I want 8 of those, I'll, however many you want, as opposed to pressing it, 12 times. It's a bit ridiculous. I mean, 8's not too bad, but when you get to things like, rocker arms and push rods, you buy those at 16 at a time, so that wears a bit thin very quickly. Oh, here's another one, ignition coil. Let's have a look at these ignition coils. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of those. Yeah. That's surprising. I didn't think we had performance parts for ignition coils. You're told that your live voice isn't as bold as your recording voice. Okay, well that's interesting. You don't run it past. You don't run it through Audacity and like heavily modify it through Audacity though. I wouldn't have thought you would have anyway. Excuse me. Inventory. Ignition coils. Yep, 12 of. I've lost my train of thought. That's 10, 11, yeah, 12 of those. Okay. Hope someone was keeping count. Now, I mean, I could have kept those ignition coils for future reference, future restorations or repairs, but again, just keeping this inventory reasonably tidy. I tend not to, but looking forward to the day where you can actually store these parts somewhere else besides in your inventory, because the inventory just gets ridiculously long. I know 2018, Car Mechanic 2018 has some sort of inventory section. Like a hardware type of storage area. I mean, you wouldn't have thought. I mean, we've got all this cupboard space around the damn workshop. You wouldn't think it would be that hard to make these storage boxes. Sure, no, not the repair table, obviously, but I mean, you have storage boxes in any survival type game where you can put some of the inventory stuff in boxes, loot boxes and crates and shit like that. I can't see why there's no reason why you can't make these cupboard spaces into inventory slots, but anyway, that's my wins for the day. The only thing you do through Audacity is to remove room tone from your recording. Yeah, that's what I thought. You've actually got such a let's call it a unique voice, a resonating voice that, to be honest, doesn't need to be changed through Audacity. So yeah, I'm glad you don't actually change it, to be honest, and just to remove some background noise. So yeah, no, fair cool. Okay, spark plugs. 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of those, as I would have thought. Now they would have performance parts on the spark plugs. I would know that. I would have thought they would. Can I get all and type in? Aha! And cam shaft cap for W12s. I don't think we actually got spares of those. Have a quick scroll down. No, you know, a lot of sort of 70-75%ers, but how many of those do we need? 8, I think. Shaft caps. Go not performance parts. Camshaft cap for a W12. They are W12s. I think we need 8. When you was in basic, you had to sound off when the petty officer or the chief come in. Okay, I've never been in the military myself, to be honest. But I've got the utmost respect to. I mean, I got family members and that who have. What do I want? 8, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hopefully they are the right ones. I'm going to get rid of all that just to clear up the inventory. Yeah, it looks like I've brought a hit back from the strippers. You sound like Mr. Movie Phone. Oh, okay, that's a interesting compliment. W12, W12. Put one of those. 2, 3. I would actually need the one. W12. Look, let's go with. We need 4 of those. So we're going to have additional standard camshaft W12s in the inventory, but that's okay. Cam gear W12s. So I don't think we've got any cam gear W12s as performance parts. Otherwise, it would come up with cam. So pop over here. Cam gear W12. Back to inventory. Cam gear W12 4 of. Cam gear W12 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you certainly got a unique voice there, man, and yeah, and you use it very, very well. So, have you ever thought about doing any voiceover work? I'm sure there's work out there for people that have a good natural, resonating voice like your own. Oh, nice. He gave him he gave you the same compliment. Wow. Well filtered W12. Fuel filter, oil filter W12, fuel filter, air filter W12. Air filters W12. Fuel filter I got. Fuel filter I've got. Air filter. I want another one, don't I? Air filter W12. No, I've got one too many, but that's alright. You'd love to do voiceover work, but you don't know where to break into the industry. Ah, Google is your friend. I mean, I haven't looked into voiceover work myself because I don't believe I can. I've got the vocal range to do that, but I have seen a few clips where a lot of people do it freelance these days. You just yeah, just Google it. You know, voiceover freelance work, and most voiceover artists just work from home. Air filter base W12. Air filter base. No, it must be a standard part. Air filter base W12 and air filter cover B. Air filter. Where are you? Air filter cover B for W12. Yeah, I'm sure if you're in the industry and knowing people would help a lot. But I mean, that's no different to any other industry. You know, if you know people in the industry, you know, you effectively got a foot in the door. And if you're sort of coming in blind, then it does make it a lot more difficult. But I mean, I wouldn't think it's impossible. It just makes it more difficult. Priming cover, which one was it again? Priming cover for a W12. Oh. Tensioner for W12, and we might as well get the battery while we're here, because we know the battery is jagged as well. Idler, idler roller A3 of. Three. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, ask away. The only reason, I don't know what made me come across it, to be honest. I'm sure there's a voiceover association of America, yeah, some sort of collaborative group. I'm sure there'd be, I don't know, union of voiceover artists or something. I've never looked into it that heavily, but I'm sure there's some sort of organisational department, you know, social group. It's like anything, it's just a matter of getting your name out there, getting some I don't know what you call demo reels done, I suppose, and posted them. Again, I'm sure there's some sort of try before you buy type of site where you can post your voice recordings and potential clients would listen to it. That would be my guess. The pump blue W12. A fuel tank, of course. We need a fuel tank. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to yourself. But you know, if I had sort of such a rich vocal range and like you do, almost a shame not to utilise it. And if it's going to bring you some dollars along the way, well, that's got to be a good thing too. The W12. Timing, no. Timing chain for W12, wasn't it? Timing chain inventory. Timing chain B for W12. Timing chain B, W12. That means friggin' different parts in here. Timing chain A for W12 as well. There's two of those. Yeah, no worries at all, Captain Wright. I appreciate you dropping by, man. That's awesome. You enjoy your 25-minute commute through. Well, I would think it'd be rush hour traffic or peak hour traffic for you. Well, what we call peak hour is probably driving the country for you, with the amount of traffic that's in your neck of the woods. But again, I appreciate you dropping by. It means a lot that you take the time out to come over and see what I'm doing over here. A pulley V8. A pulley V8. Oh, you walk. Oh, that's very energetic of you. Very health conscious of you. Sounds like a lot of effort. Exercise. Oh yes. What is this evil thing that you speak of? Serpentine belt BW12. I mean, that always cracks me up. I mean, even locally here, you know, people drive their car to the gym so they can stand on a stationary bike and look at a screen. Well, why don't you just buy a bike? And I mean, I just, or they hop in their car, drive to a gym, and hop on a walking machine. Why don't you just walk there? I don't know, it just blows my mind. But anyway, that's another discussion for another time. Again, Captain Rye, I appreciate you dropping by. Yeah, very kind of you to do that. Timing chain sprocket for timing. It's for W12. Timing chain sprocket. Timing chain sprocket for W12. And that's the button there I'm looking for. Okay, so that's all the engine components. Just as always click on the all button there just to finish off, just in case. That game's getting a little bit laggy there, isn't it? That load screen, it's not normally that long, but anyway, it is what it is. We've pretty well covered all of those, so we should be pretty well in a position to start whacking these bits and bobs in. Brand new engine block. Well, as I was saying there, Captain Roy, yeah, you enjoy your walk. Sounds like you're out getting some fresh air and enjoying the sunshine. Well, I presume it's sunshine. Hopefully it's not raining for you. Been raining here for a couple of days now. Water pump pulley for a W12. Did I actually buy the wrong one? Let's go water. I did. Damn it. I knew it wasn't going to be long before I purchased the wrong part. You've got to be that careful. There's sometimes only just a slight difference between the parts. I mean, that one's probably a little bit obvious, but I mean, back in the day when, especially these idler rollers, they were never marked idler roller A, idler roller Bs, and they were just two separate idlers, two separate rollers rather, and you actually needed to look really closely at the picture to define between one or the other. So thankfully, in an update a while ago now, they renamed them A and B just so you could tell the difference between the damn things. Which is awesome. Okay, we're in a position to get this back up in the air, get the crankshaft in, get some of these suspension components in, and so we might even do these crankshaft clips while we're here. Is that what they're called? Angle of the dangler right, crankshaft bearing caps. Or 100%. Now the reason I've gone with 100% in this instance, where I'm actually keeping all of these. These are all going back into the car park. So there's well, I've done that since day dot, right at the start there. Anything that I've kept in the car park, I've made sure that I repair it up to 100%. I mean, we can't have crap in the car park, you know. Goodness, we're going to keep it. It might as well be to pristine quality. Putting some of these snazzy performance parts in, as we fly by. Oh, again, I've bought the wrong one. Oil filter for a W12. I'm pretty sure we got W12 in the performance parts. Let's go oil. No, that's all parts, so we need to go. Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure I've actually got the wrong one. So we needed a W12, didn't we? We don't want that one. We want that one. Assemble. Okay, let's try that again. That's better. Okay, well, while we're here, we can pop on these front components here. I'm sure I've actually missed some of the performance parts that we're looking for here, but I've tried to get as many as I can as we go along. I'm sure I've missed some, but should have got most of them, I would have thought. Bring around here and get the sway bar and the shockies, shock spring, that nut there. There we go, lefty loosey righty tighty, is always the way. Spring and spring cap. Now we can work on these wheel components. Not much more I can do in regards to the engine there until we get those pistons put in, so I'll come around here and do the remainder of these suspension components so that we finish those off on this side. The upper and lower suspension arms, the jockey spring and the cap. Let's not forget about these rubbers. I learned that very early that I always tend to forget these full rubbers. Make a concerted effort now to make sure I get those in. Now, if you are watching this after the fact, after I've recorded it, and you're looking for a gaming community to knock around with, there's links in the description below. Ages 7 is our gaming community here in Australia. Even though we are Australia based, we have members from all over the world playing a whole range of games. So I'd be very surprised if you aren't able to find a game that a number of our members are into. So yeah, drop on by. As I said, the links is in the description below. Whether you our jump page link is there, as well as the I mean, from the jump page you can get to our TeamSpeak and that one there. Get to our TeamSpeak and Discord that way. But no, I know quite a number of people these days that regularly stream their particular games. Whether it's World of Warships, or whether it's PUBG or World of Tanks, Solaris, look, whatever your forte is, I'm sure there's other people that play it as well. So, and that's really the take-home message, is that we get together, a bunch of people that share the same passion and enjoy the game. Wooden Spoon is in the house. How you doing, brother? For those who don't know and enjoy their American Truck and Euro Truck sims, and of course car sim, you want to go out and go over and check out Wooden Spoon's channel. Wooden Spoon, just in the, I was just saying, in the link, in the description link, is a link to a Discord channel. If you want to chat live, well, you're more than welcome to use it there, brother. If not, well, we'll just keep chatting in the chat. Via chat there. You're tired? Yeah, I'll tell you, would be. You've just finished your stream, I should imagine. I didn't buy enough rubbers. Damn it. And that's a line that every guy, I'm sure, has mentioned at some stage in their life. Haven't bought enough rubbers, especially the large ones. Nothing worse than running out of large rubbers. It's 2 AM over in your neck of the woods. It would be too. Fuel pump. I'm sure they spell fuel correctly. That'd be a great start, you idiot. I was going to say, I'm sure they had a performance part for a fuel pump. And here's me yakking away and trying to get as many fuel performance. Oh, I've done it again. You idiot. Okay, assemble. Fuel pump. That one there. Thank you very much. How was my breakfast? Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, the missus went off to work. She didn't want me to make her breakfast in the end. I'm on my well, actually, this coffee's just about empty. I think I'm on about my third coffee, so pinging off the walls at the moment. To be honest, I'm just pretty well caffeinated out. What the hell? Another rubber bushing. Got me rubbers. Rubber bushings, another one. Yep, I'll have another one while I'm here. Rotary hoe, see if I can put that on this time. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, just a simple breakfast this morning. Cup of coffee, bowl of cereal. that's actually what I was doing when I jumped on your stream there, is just munching on my cereal, and thought I'll go and make the missus some breakfast as well. And by the time I got back, and yeah, she already had a coffee made, and yeah, went out to work without having anything to eat. So didn't have to make any. I mean, the other morning I made a breakfast in bed, so made a French toast. I was quite proud of. I thought there was actually performance brake pads, but obviously not. Oh yeah, the other morning I made a French toast, so quite proud of that, and hoed into that. Okay, that's right. We were going to... Now, I'll just confirm that I haven't missed anything down here. We can't put drive shaft in because there's no gearbox. I just want to drop it down and get these pistons stowed away. Here's me. I'll just take a mouthful of cold coffee. Iced coffee. Actually, it was a cold cappuccino. Quite disgusting, really. I do enjoy my cappuccinos this time of morning, but to drink it cold, it doesn't have the same flair. You're kidding me. Why won't that go in? I need 4 more of those pistons. Yeah, well, doing really well. Let's just pistons W12. What did I say? 4, yeah. There they are there. I could have sworn I'd bought enough, but perhaps I was talking at the time. Talking to the wonderful people in chat and must have got distracted. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Don't like it, bad luck. So what did we work out earlier? That 2018 is going to be about £20, and which is about 30 Australian dollars. I think we worked out. You know, give or take sort of thing. I think it was just shy under £20 for you and about $30 for us. But hell, if it was $50, I'd still buy the damn thing. I wonder if they're actually going to release too many early copies. How awesome would that be to actually get a copy pre-release? That's something you'd swap your children over for. Oh, oops, I've put the wrong one, haven't I? Assemble. Oh, damn it. Disassemble. I'm going to have to take all these brackets off because I didn't put a performance camshaft on. So you're distracting me, you wooden spoon. What are you doing to me, man? It's all your fault, you realise that. Well, if it's 2 AM in your neck of the woods, then I mean, we're just talking about coffee. I'd say go and grab a coffee and get a coffee fix. That one off. Then we can take that one. Then we can go with that one. Yes. Now we can get these critters back in. I'll tell you someone who you might find interesting their wooden spoon is a guy by the name of Big Shadow. He often pops in either on the stream or I often play World of Warships with him. He's actually quite into his truck simulators. Now I don't know whether it's European truck simulator. Oh yeah, I didn't buy enough of these either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Camshaft cap W12. Camshaft cap 12. Hopefully it was 6. What was I saying? Big Shadow, yes. Yeah, just poke him on Steam. If you haven't already friended him on Steam, then yeah, friend him or just poke him. As I was saying, he does play. I'm sure he plays American Truck. I don't know whether it's American Truck or Euro Truck. One of the truck sims anyway. He does enjoy his sim games as well. So it might be one who you might be able to tag team in with and do some truck sims with him. Captain Rye's back. The walk was about 1.7 kilometres. Well, a credit to you. That sounds like hard work. Yeah, I don't know whether you heard me or not, but I just find it interesting sometimes that I don't know about in your neck of the woods, but there's people over here that, you know, they hop in their cars, drive to the gym, and then hop on a walking machine. Or they hop in their cars, drive to the gym, and hop on a stationary bicycle. You think, well, why not walk there? Why are you paying the gym membership and using a machine where you can just simply get outside and friggin' walk like Captain Rye is? Oh no, just boggles me sometimes that you know, you'd pay a gym membership to do something that you can actually do yourself. Anyway, enough of my whinging. It was a fairly easy walk. Oh, okay. Actually, well, I was talking to a wooden spoon earlier about walking and specifically bushwalking, and yeah, it's interesting. Actually, I don't think it was yourself, wooden spoon, but one of your, I think it was Adam. I was asking, you know, what's bushwalking? Camshaft cap W12. Let's get this one over here as well and just work out how many we actually need in total, because I could have sworn I bought enough of these. 1, 5, 6, 7, so we want 14. Camshaft cap W12 14. Camshaft cap W12 14. Now I'm just looking over, just for interest's sake, that still pushing 30 FPS. So hopefully the quality's still you're still holding in quality wise for you. We have dropped 150 frames, so it's not, I wouldn't have thought it is extensive, but with about 3000 kilobytes a second, so your city has 21 mayoral candidates for the election in a few weeks. Holy crap. Must be a popular city. Everyone wants to be the mayor of that particular city. Oh, I'm sure they have all, you know, good intentions. I'm sure they have all good intentions that, you know, they want to better the city and we want to improve infrastructure and promote all the good stuff and get rid of all the bad stuff. Yeah. Well, I reckon politicians are like nappies. They should be changed regularly and for the exactly same reason. You don't call them nappies over there. What do you... Diapers. You call them diapers, don't you? No, I didn't actually buy enough damn spark plugs either. Okay, so 4 more spark plugs. Me and my distractions. Spark plug, no, we want performance. Spark plugs, thank you. So I don't know whether you caught that wooden... Here we go, wooden spoon is that... yeah, someone you might want to tag in with is Big Shadow. Does play World of Warships. And... oh, look, he jumps over on car mechanic every now and again, but train mechanic he plays a little bit of. He's got a couple of YouTube videos up, but I know he does throw in the occasional truck mechanic as well, so you might want to hit him up and see if you can't do something with him. Okay, all the former mayors are running again. Actually, I'm surprised this that doesn't have... Actually, we're going to have a look. Throttle W12, a throttle for a W12 in the performance parts. Throttle... Throttle W12, there we go. Inventory. Oh look, they can stay there. Blow it. And disassemble that little critter because we want a performance part over there. One there. Hey, look at that. Beautiful chrome and red. What do you reckon of that there, wooden spoon? You'd like that bolted to the side of your motor? Get in there, you little bastard. Right. Now, why isn't that a performance part? I know we got performance alternators. And I'm pretty sure we got a, actually we'll just check, performance part in the power steering as well. Power steering for V8. Pretty sure that's what we need. Why isn't that coming up? Water pump, water pump. Well, unless we didn't actually need to do anything with that one. So we'll just get this, pack the old one out and purchase the new one. Would be a good start. Power steering pump i4 and power steering pump V8. It was just a standard power steering pump for a V8. That's what we want. That's what we'll get. That looks better. Oh, okay. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen any Skylines videos, to be honest. What Wildlands? I actually don't even know that game, to be blatantly honest. Isn't that like an open world survival game? Of course, I completely could be completely wrong about that. I've actually do have City Skylines myself, and I only played it for 2 or 3 hours, and I wouldn't say I got bored with it, but you know, I just don't. Yeah, I think you got to have a passion. Oh, Ghost Recon. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I obviously know Ghost Recon. Oh my god. I think the coffee's wearing off. Exhaust manifold W12. One we would have had an exhaust manifold for a W12. No, unless you can see it that I can't. No, let's go with the can't. We'll just have to go with the standard manifold, but I'm sure we'd have done performance parts on the exhaust manifold before. Quick time for a beer. I like the way you think. Well, it is almost 11 AM. I mean, that'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? My wife would come home from work and I'm half smashed. She would absolutely go apeshit. And seeing Mrs. Fernby going apeshit is not a pretty sight. The guys who are married out there know what I'm talking about. Don't poke the bear. I think that's a good philosophy to live your life by. Don't poke the bear. ABS modules, I would have thought I had those in. I did not. Exactly. Actually, strange enough, I'm just making sure she's not behind me. She actually drinks more than I do. Today being, actually, tonight would be her drinking night, to be honest. Wouldn't surprise me if she, about 3 o'clock this afternoon, she would say something like, oh, I'm going out drinking with the girls. Or she'll go around to a friend's house and they'll, you know, might put on a barbecue and have a fire pit and, you know, play some 8-ball out in the shed and drink. Where these days, I would rather get online and hang out with my online friends. Yeah, I mean, I've still got beers in the fridge there. She's more of a lolly water. I mean, we call it lolly water over here. You know, like your alcoholic pops. You know, it just looks like cordial. You know, alcoholic cordial, basically. It's, I don't know what you'd call it over there, but yeah, it's sort of a, yeah, alcoholic cordial, really. But yeah, as I was saying, there is still beers in the fridge there, but also got half a bottle of scotch sitting there too that might even partake in a little while. Although the truth be known, I should really get back into the. I did some plastering yesterday on the ceiling, and I know the the plaster would well and truly be dry by now, so I should really get up, re-sand that and put a sealer on it, so I'm ready for painting. But you know, it's just another one of those jobs to add to the list. Why can't I put that on the engine bay? Do 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 do. It does actually sound nice on a summer's evening too, but it's obviously winter over here at the moment, so that's when all everyone drags out their fire pits. Assemble. Plumbing chain BW12. Did I not buy? I could have sworn I bought one of those. Alright, wooden spoon, help me out here. Plumbing chain BW12. Could have sworn I bought enough of those. Plumbing chain BW12. Outside. Ah, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it every time. You idiot. That's why it wasn't going on. Accessible from under the car. Yeah, that makes sense. I should know that by now. Yeah, it's not on a nice summer's evening. It's not unusual. I will get outside and have you know, probably much the same as you guys do. Is that we'll fire the barbecue up and yeah, have a few beers while we're cooking the barbecue. Have a few friends over, just chill out. You know, those who want to, they can jump in the pool if it's hot enough. The only problem over here is in the middle of summer, I wouldn't say you get carried away with the flies, but you know, you certainly realise that the flies certainly make their presence known. And the more you get frustrated with them, the more they buzz around your ear hole. So it's just something you gotta accept with. You know, you have to accept. It's just part of the Australian summer. Is yeah, the flies flying around. On this side, isn't it? Sense. Go. I reckon we're getting on the home stretch to finish this full restoration off. Now, normally these restorations, I mean, we've been streaming for oh, certainly 1.5 hours, something like that. And normally I can bash one of these restorations out a little bit quicker than that, but I suppose by the time you have a chat and get distracted, then it takes a little bit longer. Front drive shaft, belts, oil pan, crankshaft. Oh, okay, that front stuff. Yep, with you. Now let's do this oil pan while we're down here. And without the oil pan, we won't be able to put some oil in it. There we go. Now, what do we leave? Belt tensioner at the front there. Shaft pulley. Belt and belt tensioner if we can reach the damn thing. What else was there? Front drive shaft, that'll do it. That will do it every time. Actually, let's put, before we disappear from here, let's put some oil in it. Now that we've got the oil pan on the bottom, the oil's not going to run straight out the bottom. Okay, just looking across, still pushing 30 FPS. Yeah, in total we've dropped in almost 300 frames, so okay, they're starting to add up a little bit, but still pushing out nearly about 3,000 kilobytes a second. So I would think that you're still seeing a half decent stream, would be my guess, which is what I'm after. Drive shaft, that's the other thing. And that's a really important thing, or important to me at least, is that if I'm going to stream, I want to stream the best that I can, so that everyone has the best viewing experience that they can. So, and thankfully it hasn't dropped out. As I was saying, that it did drop out last night, as you would be fully aware, is that, and that just drives you nuts. You're getting 720 at your end. Okay. Let me just get with me a moment. See what that will give us. Okay, so getting back to our build, we actually put all the parts that are in. Let's go and paint the old girl. Let's chuck it in the paint shop. Paint shop there. And give it a custom paint job. What sort of colour are we thinking today? Yeah, I can. I just went over to the laptop there, and I can bring up 1080. I won't, because that's actually not quite keeping up with using up all the bandwidth, doing what we're doing now, of course, and that laptop's actually on wireless, so it would struggle, I would say, but it's good just to as a preview screen nonetheless. Speaking of which, I will bring this. So you should be able to get 1080, but I'd be happy with awesome, you got 1080. I'd be happy with 720, you know, as sharp as, you know, with a constant stream without any frame drops. But 720 is acceptable, 1080 is even better. What are we doing here? We're painting now, aren't we? What are we painting it? What colour? Canary yellow? Yeah. What are we sort of feeling? Pure white? Grey? Grey'd look alright, wouldn't it? Grey? Yeah, why not? What the hell? It's only money. And back to the garage. Shiny. Actually, that's probably as good a test as any when I spin around like that, as to whether there's any. If I can get away from that seat that's right behind me, spinning around and see if there's any jittering when you re-look at that. So there might be a little bit of jittering, especially at 1080, but it should be okay. So anyway, let's press the right button and be a great bloody start. Parts condition 100%, body condition 100%. That's exactly what we're looking for. As you can see, everything's been replaced, repaired, and checked out. Car value 121,000 and change. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's. For those who haven't seen it, we've actually got a dyno over here. Whack it on the dyno and see what it pushes over the dyno. 1,019 horsepower. Oh, okay, let's go to that one. Okay, see whether we can tune it up just fractionally. So we're looking at sort of a power gain down here, obviously. So it's just a matter of clicking these buttons until we get a +3. slight increase in horsepower. But again, no, look, I won't sit here and I mean, you can play to play with those to your heart's content, so that you are able to tune up the engine. And even Bentley GT Speed. Running down the test track very, very quickly. Car stripping, auction standard, drag strip. And here we go with the black loading screen of death. What I might do is just for something a bit more interesting to look at. I only do that because these loading screens, these black loading screens are absolutely atrocious, and you think in this day and age you'd be able to have a decent loading screen time frame, but no. So I'm hoping that 2018 is a lot better loading screen wise. And why aren't you coming up, game? Come on, girl. Thank you. Here we go. So we're double accelerate and J, I and P to change. Okay, gear up. We won't be gearing down. I'll give you the big tip. Well, my gear changes are terrible. Fifth gear, clocking over 200 kilometers an hour. Not too shabby. Sixth gear. I don't think we'll get the seventh. We are into the seventh gear as we cross the line. The obligatory handbrake here right at the end. We've got quarter mile, 10 seconds, or just shy of 11 seconds there. Yes, not too bad at all, actually. Back to the garage. But yeah, for those who don't know, obviously you've got a drag strip there. You can finally tune your motors so that you're able to rip down that drag strip a little bit quicker if that's how you wish to play the game. You can tune those motors up, especially with those performance parts. They make a huge difference by using those performance parts. And you would have seen that when I picked those performance parts out of the shop there. It actually had a rating underneath the parts telling you how much performance it would be adding to your horsepower. So it might have been a 0.5% or whatever the percentage increase is. It always tells you at the bottom of the performance parts. So it does help you if you're looking at getting your motor down that drag strip a lot quicker. And if you're running competitions between yourselves and your friends, and you're looking at suiting up your cars, then that's the way to go. I'm just waiting for this loading screen, the loading screen of death, to come back on, and we should be getting very close to winding this up, to be honest. I think because I've got 3 cars in the garage now, it just takes a little bit longer to warm up and to bring the garage back up. So there's another one we'll be working on at a later date. As I said, we bought these 3 cars at the auction yesterday. I didn't want to bore you with those details, but we can, at this point, we can either there's our engine test that we did in the dyno check. There's our quarter mile best time. I only ran it down to once just for shits and giggles, but obviously 10.8 down a quarter mile. Power value 121,000 and change. At this point you can sell the car, but this little black duck is going straight in the parking bay because that's one of them that I haven't got represented in the parking bay up until now. Up until a few days, or I'll say a few days, or a week ago, I didn't actually have this additional parking, so I wasn't able to keep any more cars. So I had to build up my bank balance so that I was able to afford another parking bay. So yes, you can get online. Yes, you can use mods and cheats so that your account balance increases to infinity and your experience goes up to infinity, but I don't know, call me a purist. I don't know, call me just out of habit. I like earning the points. For me, that means more than getting them for free. Alright guys, I'm going to wind it up. As I said, we did a full restoration today. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours, so you'd probably be just about sick of my voice. And this little black dark needs another coffee. So I want to thank you very much for your company. I really do appreciate you guys dropping by. If you're watching this at a later date on YouTube, there's a range of links in the description below from the gaming community that I'm involved with AG7. As I was saying, we're an Australian-based gaming community that play across a wide range of games. So if you like to share your passion with the games, and you'd like to hang out with like-minded people, then come in and certainly drop us a line. The TeamSpeak link is there. The Discord link is there. There is a couple of links for the restoration series here in Car Mechanic 2015, as well as the 15-minute makeover series here in Car Mechanic. If you like to just watch something fairly, quite quickly in regards to Car Mechanic, then I suggest going and checking out the 15-minute makeover. World of Warships is another one that I've got a range of World of Warships videos on my channel, as does Captain Rye. If you want to see a man play in World of Warships and play it well, then I would suggest that you go over and check out Captain Rye's channel. He's got some awesome videos over there. Alright guys, other than that, I want to thank you very much for your company. I really do appreciate it, and I'll look forward to it in the next one.